My parents always told me that if you put the work in, you can have anything. But what does this really mean? Without effort, there is no work, and work without effort is really just wasted energy. Why would you want to waste the time if you're not going to put 120% effort into everything that you do? If you just go through the motions, you're just wasting that time rather than actually putting in the work. This idea is quite hard to understand, but once you understand it, it makes it quite simple to then execute this in your own life. My name is Riley Brown, and all my life I've been put into situations that required me to choose between putting in effort or simply going through the motions. Through sports and academics, I've learned the proper ways to execute effort or simply go through the motions. Even today, I recognize that intensity is directly related to effort. When I was taking my CrossFit Level 1 cert and needed a course needed to coach CrossFit in an affiliate and also a way to further my education, a quote came up of constantly varied functional movement performed at a high intensity. Constantly varied and functional movement taken out leaves us with high intensity. This is the basis for CrossFit, a quote said by the founder Greg Glassman. High intensity is directly correlated to effort. This just goes to show that the people that are most successful in the sport of CrossFit are the ones that put in more work and put in more effort in the gym. I believe the only controllable in life is the effort that you put forth. Today we're going to go through quite a few reasons that effort is so important. First, in living a fulfilled life. Next, the physical and emotional benefits that you can gain from putting in effort. And lastly, the steps that you can take to put in effort in your own life. The most important reason to following through with anything is to understand the why. What's the point? How's this going to help me in my life? Effort is a learned skill through repetition, success, and failure. When I was 5, I started playing softball. I played softball from the age of 5 to the age of 16. If you were in a hitting slump, it was made quite obvious. We played every weekend during the summer. My parents set up a tee and a net in the basement for me to go down and practice my swing during the week in preparation for these games. I almost always refused to go downstairs. I just didn't want to go hit off the tee for 5 to 10 minutes. Looking back at it, it's probably because I really didn't appreciate softball and I didn't like it, and I didn't want to apply the effort. But the weeks that I did go down for 5 to 10 minutes, I had some of the best hitting weekends of all time those weekends. This just shows that the effort you put forth has payoffs in the end, and hard work does pay off. Being a learned skill, you're going to have to go through a lot of success and failure. A good example of this is Arnold Palmer. In an article posted by Biography in 2016, it stated that Palmer was the youngest golfer in history to win the Masters tournament. For him to win the Masters tournament up against a bunch of elite golfers that have been in the game for a much longer time, it shows the amount of adversity that he probably had to face in order to come out on top. He has the famous quote saying, "Always make a total effort even when the odds are against you." This is quite accurate to Palmer's career, as a lot of odds were probably against him in his early years when he first won the Masters tournament. Now let's look at some of the emotional and health benefits that you can gain that Arnold Palmer also gained by applying effort in his life. Emotional and physical benefits come a lot from effort. They don't just have to be applied to academics and athletics, they can be applied to your career, relationships, and also your interactions with strangers. I believe that exercise is one of the greatest forms of self-love. Exercise is one of the greatest ways to exert effort in your day-to-day life. By exercising, according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, exercise can reduce depression and stress. I can speak for myself that getting up early and exercising is always a great way to start my day and always puts you in a good mood. So I agree with their statement that it does reduce depression and stress. Exercise also has a lot of physical benefits. By exercising, you are executing self-love and you're putting effort into your day-to-day life, but it can give you a lot of physical benefits that can lead into the future. Mayo Clinic says that it increases metabolism. By increasing metabolism, you can either lose weight and improve self-image or either maintain weight to improve self-image as well. It's a great confidence booster. Mayo Clinic also says being active boosts high-intensity lipoprotein, or good cholesterol, to decrease unhealthy triglycerides. This can prevent disease in the future and also help you live a healthier life in the moment. Exercise can also prevent the risk of cardiovascular disease, which affects people later on in life. By exercising, you're going to have emotional and physical benefits that can help you live a more fulfilled life today and also prevent disease in the future. Now, I'm sure you guys are all thinking, all these benefits sound great so far, but how do I apply this to my own life? There are many athletes and coaches that have many podcasts and blogs that talk a lot about how to put effort into your own life and the steps that you can take yourself. Ben Bergeron is a really good example of this. He is a coach to many CrossFit Games athletes. He has a very big platform on social media, and he also records a lot of podcasts. He talks a lot about self-awareness and how to improve as a person. One of his most popular quotes is, "Once you identify the things you can control, success is just a matter of maximizing details." I totally agree with this, because if you can only control certain things, you can only maximize the things that you put your effort into. He also has another quote that says, "Control what you can control." You can only control specific things, and you can't control everything that happens to you. A lot of it is the reaction that you have to it, and this just shows the character that you have by the way that you react to specific situations. By also evaluating a lot of athletes and coaches that are well known, I've come across many questions that you can ask yourself daily to improve the way that you react towards situations in life. Some of these questions include, what can I be doing right now? What does someone around me need? And what does the person I want to be, what would they be doing right now? By asking these questions, you improve self-awareness and you make sure that you're executing every moment in the day with perfect effort. I'm sure now that you've heard all the benefits that you're motivated to get out there and start putting in effort. Exerting effort can lead to a more fulfilled life. It can lead to many emotional and physical benefits, and it can also increase self-awareness. I believe no matter who you are, you have the ability to control your actions. Knowing that you can do more should be enough motivation. Do more, try more, and be more.